But at least now it can't get much worse.
But it did get worse.
How's it going, guys? How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. We've got some new documents. Yes, Nick has responded to the government. And it doesn't look good, bros. It doesn't look good. Will I stop streaming about Nick if he offers me $100,000? Absolutely. What kind of question is that? But before we get into the stream, I have to remind you to like the stream, or the spooky Nick will be following you in your dreams tonight. It's almost Halloween. If you don't want Rekieta appearing above your bed tonight, you got to like the stream. But we've also got some funny stuff to cover as well. So as I mentioned, I believe in the stream title, Anna Kasparian of the Young Turks, the very woman who is jealous of her son just getting to play video games all day, is apparently a fan of the Nick Rekieta drama. And not only that, she thinks she can change Sean. She's going to make a man out of him. We've also got something interesting today, because I noticed like Nick actually self-felted today. He hurt himself today. He made a mistake. By posting these screenshots, he clued me in on something that I didn't quite realize before. And we're going to do a little bit of an analyze, what do you call it? No, analyzing, of course. We're going to have the crime lab. We're going to have the computer. We're going to be what's it called? Pixel peeping. And they're going to disprove Nick's motions. And we might even have a bit of giggles. Like this video that I believe was posted by some Kiwi farmer. Let's take a look while I unmute my screen. There we go. Let's see what this says.
With that, as stated, I will not be talking about my case.
Interesting.
Good
advice,
every
Nick.
Single
Good
day.
advice.
Alicia Sweep lied under oath. I will not be talking about my case. The affiant, the officer who requested the search warrant, lied. I will not be talking about my case. The detective, Officer Pomplin, lied.
Officer Pomplin. He's the dirty man that's in league with both the Steel Toe crew and Cog, apparently, of Cognificent.
Will not be talking about my case.
The guy just fucking lied about what I said. He lied about what I said in his affidavit that he filed with the court.
I will not be talking about my case.
But maybe what they did was they took reports from 4 people who fucking lied.
I'll never lie to you.
Good clip, whoever edited it. It says, apparently it's on Third World YouTube, but I saw it on Alyssa Clips. So I think what we'll do is we'll start with Anna's clip, because I think that's kind of funny. It's only 4 minutes. And then we can get into dissecting the document. But why is this Anna clip so funny? Not just because the Nick story is making waves around the world and everybody's cluing in and everyone's watching him. But if you're a longtime follower of Nick, you may remember this photo, this profile picture, and you might be thinking, what is that? Who is that? What could that be? That's actually a picture of Anna Kasparian right here. So I think Nick was on a stream with, I want to say, Dax or Ralph. It was one of those people. And he was bored and he was drawing, and he drew a picture of an Islamic Mujahideen, Anna Kasparian, and decided that this is so funny, with the unibrow and the turban and the beard, that he would make this his profile picture. So every time he goes away to the bathroom when he's on a stream, not his own stream, when he's on a guest stream, he'll turn off his camera and use this picture of Anna. So I guess he's been making fun of her for a long time. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that it turns out that she actually indulges a little bit in the A login. Let's have a look at this. And this was a clip on Alyssa Clips, but I believe it's from, Sitch and Adam. I always thought it was Stitch and Adam. Is it not? Sitch and Adam. Which I've seen on, I think I've seen them on EFAT before, and I've seen a couple of their clips, but I don't really know much about their show by itself. So let's take a look right after this chat, I suppose. FM 2.0 says, Sean is so excited about the Anna call out. Also, to be sure to appreciate the formatting. Be sure to appreciate the formatting. Yes, thank you very much. We'll take a look.
Totally.
By the way, I have to say something before I forget.
How's it going, Danielle?
You guys really did me dirty with something.
Oh.
Yeah. So you guys did a stream, I don't know, months and months ago about some law tuber like named Nick Rekieta. And I thought it was like such a juicy story that I started like reading about it myself and watching.
So that's interesting, actually. So she wasn't following it before. It was just because of these two people. That's kind of funny. So maybe Anna doesn't even know at all that Nick has been pining for her attention for all this time, and he finally has it. Very interesting.
Some videos about it. And now I'm like, it's like my guilty pleasure drama that I've been following very closely. And I like know who Aaron Imholt is from Steel Toe Morning Show.
Oh, no.
No, it's another win for the toe. He can't keep getting away with it. It's another win for the toe. She knows everything about Aaron. She knows about the polycule. She knows everything.
By the way, like
he was just indicted, for revenge porn.
Revenge. He did revenge porn on his stream, and he like ended up getting indicted for it. That story is like the gift that keeps on giving. It is amazing.
Did he do revenge porn?
That is true. That is true. This story just keeps getting funnier and funnier. It started off really sad. It was like, oh, how could this happen? It's so disappointing. I'm so disappointed in you. And then it just got funnier because it's the smugness of it all, the audacity of it all. Nick just couldn't just take his licks and say, you know what? I made some mistakes. I'm going to focus on myself now. No, he decided to double down on the Vibraldo. And now he's reaping the rewards. She got towed
on his stream. What are you talking? How do you do that?
Okay, so this is what happened.
Another text for the shower. That's a good one.
Finally, we talk about the issues that matter.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
So Nick Rekieta was this, or is this, like law tuber who became more and more prominent as he was covering high-profile cases like the Amber Heard Johnny Depp one. I think the Kyle Rittenhouse one as well. I didn't know about him until you guys covered that whole thing that happened recently. But so he and his wife end up swinging with Aaron Imholt and his wife. Aaron Imholt is the host of that Steel Toe Morning Show thing in Minnesota. So
she knows everything. She literally knows the whole story. This is crazy.
They start swinging. What appears to have happened is they seem to have like kicked Aaron Imholt out of the polycule or whatever.
Oh my God.
Now here's a question. Did he get kicked out of the polycule or did he leave? I actually don't know that on the deepest lore of the Steel Toe boys. Did Aaron decide to, like, I think Aaron obviously said that he left. Like, because he's going to, obviously he's going to, make it sound better for him. But I guess Nick hasn't talked about it at all. So if Nick has said nothing, then we just have to take Aaron at his word for it. And Aaron said that he left because it was too degenerate. Did he actually say he was kicked out? He was banished. He got kicked out. Not what you think he got. I think he got kicked out. It's what he said. Because if Nick refuses to talk about it, then we can only take Aaron at his word. So it sounds like Aaron just walked away. My internet's a bit slow today.
But they were sharing messages with each other on Signal. And I guess Nick Rekieta's wife had shared some racy images of herself in that Signal chat.
No, Kayla, no. How could you? You were supposed to be the chosen one, not to join the degenerates.
Aaron Imholt saved it, and then after,
he showed those on stream.
He didn't show them, but he sent one of the photos to another person that was on his stream, and like they were talking about the image, and he said something along the lines of like, "Your boy didn't do too bad, did he?" or something like that.
She even knows the catchphrase. Did she see the Fox News article or what? I mean, she must have. She must have. Look at her. You know, you can see this is the average Kiwi farmer. Is Anna Kasparian?
And by the way, this entire time he's been like really running his mouth about the Rekietas and about his now ex-wife. And so I was like, man,
so sad for Aaron. He can't talk about Kayla anymore. What a that's the only L the toe's taken this entire year.
And you are playing with fire because you have done some stuff on your stream that I'm sure they can use against you. And guess what? They did. And so he ended up getting it. I mean, they don't know how to stop. It's amazing. Like it's the train wreck that you can't look away from.
That's like
I even started reading Kiwi Farms about it.
See, she's actually on Kiwi Farms. There it goes. This is the average Kiwi farmer. Is Anna Kasparian. Oh my god, is this what all the Kiwi farmers look like? We've only seen the Kiwi farmers, like we know she's a confirmed Kiwi. And we've seen the Kiwis that showed up in Minnesota. The Kiwis seem like pretty normal people. And that's what I said from the beginning, though, by the way. Like, because that's the thing, is that usually very normal people love to kind of see train wrecks from afar. They kind of look at them out. They, you do a normal day being like like an admin or a clerk or a doctor or something. And you have the normal, boring life, but you've got it all sort of thing. Life's going great for you, but if not, a little bit boring. And then you like look over the fence and you see the train fire that's burning. And you're like, oh, goody, here's my little drama as a treat while I enjoy my life that's put together. Let's look at someone's life that's falling apart. That's the way it always is. Typically, people like on the internet gossiping aren't actually weirdos in basements. They're actually just normal people that have like this one outlet or something. That's how it is. That's just how it is.
Like I've
No,
Oh my God.
You've gone down a dark path. Like
I know.
It's so funny because like after we covered it, kind of the original.
She's
drama,
just like me
I
for real.
haven't, like really bothered to keep up on any of these updates.
What?
So
Sitch, how dare you?
It's funny
It's
that you've
so
become
good.
like so engrossed in this.
Everyone needs a distraction. It's like the perfect
Yes.
distraction after like a long day of, producing and hosting TYT. I get to come home and it's like, oh, what's the latest?
It's a juicy drama. Yeah, I see Nate the lawyer talking about it all the time. I'll have to catch up.
Oh,
on
Nate
it.
the lawyer. Good for him.
Okay, that's
Yep.
hilarious.
We'll see.
This is kind of annoying. My pausing isn't instant today for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I've got too many applications open. I do have Photoshop open, but I need it open for something. So I'll have to leave it open.
If Rekieta gets out of it, so
Hmm.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. and
We've
look,
had
there's
we've
a-
had Rekieta on the show before. Sitch argued with Rekieta over the elector stuff, right? The Trump elector stuff.
The electors and the Rumble Fuentes stuff.
We did one stream with
Mm.
him that got so frustrating because
That
he
was
kept
the-
getting
the-
drunker and drunker and
Fuentes one.
drunker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was-
Someone's asking if I've subbed to I haven't subbed to any of this stuff. I just
Mhm.
know about the
Is she
channels
saying
and I
potentially
keep up with
criminal?
them. But potentially criminal, yes, I am familiar with them.
Yes, let's go, Sean Bros. Let's go, Sean Bros. It's potentially Sean on that. She's the biggest potentially Sean fan. She can change him. She's gonna change him. She's gonna make him sandwiches and try and steal him away from from Sean's new wife.
That channel.
He's been on our show too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He's a
nice.
good guy. Yeah.
Oh, Sean's a good guy. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? All right. We don't need these anymore. I'll leave them open. I might need them later. All right. Let me see. Execute with a 50 Corona says, toe shall not swing. Well, he did. I guess everyone makes mistakes, though. Maybe Aaron can come back from it. Who can say? Who can say? Dave with a 2 poons says, if only Anna did this much research on TYT. That's pretty funny, too, actually. And Ike with a 5 Australian dollar due says, Anna Kay says she's only found out about it recently, but I'm starting to think she might be Minnesota Public Records. That'd be an interesting twist. Where does Anna live? Surely she's like in California or New York or one of those states, but who can say? Someone else said that actually as well. Is Anna? Is Public Records? That would actually be very funny. And then her Wagner says Josh's future wife, not me, but Josh Moon. Josh Moon would have to fatten her up a little bit first. Like she's a little bit thin for Josh. Josh is, of course, our dear feeder. So she's going to have to, hey, look, Josh only likes the deluxe Americans. There you go. All right. So shall we get into this document? I think we shall in a second. Hold on, I'm just taking the chat's making me laugh today a little bit too much. I'm going to steal some of these comments at some point. All right, let us take a look. And I'm going to read all of this document, but I'm going to do it in parts because as we know, legal documents typically are organized from the strongest argument to the weakest argument. But interestingly, the second argument, which I think Nick thinks is his strongest argument, is completely ridiculous. Argument B, defendant's YouTube video. This is the Cog Life video that rat detective Pomplin downloaded, apparently. I think this is utterly absurd, to use, I guess, Nick's language in this document. So what we'll do is I'll read through it normally. I'll skip the video part. Then we'll get to the rest of the arguments. We'll skip the conclusion, go back to the video, then the conclusion. It'll make sense. It'll make sense. We'll go through it like that. And it should be a fairly succinct stream, I think, tonight. Not planning on going too long, but we'll see. We'll see. You never know. You never know. So the state of Minnesota, county of Kandiyohi, district court, criminal division, defendant's memorandum of law in response to the state's memorandum of law. So if you remember, Nick posted a motion to suppress, and he made a bunch of arguments. But one of the ones that we laughed at the most was he said that, well, the detective downloaded a clip from Aaron's show or from Cog's show, and it's not an actual factual document. It's the pixels that are all compressed, and there's watermarks, and the color grading's different, and all sorts of things could happen when you download a video. You don't know, Judge. It's just a clip. A clip channel can't be accurate, surely. And we all had a very big giggle about that, but there was something that I missed in it. Maybe some other people didn't miss it, but I certainly did, because I'd already seen the stream, so I had no reason to go back and check on the video that was posted on Cog's other channel, Backwards Internet. But I did today, and it's still there, and I found something very interesting that I will share with you. But anyway, we'll get to it when we get to it. Introduction. The state has, well, actually, sorry, I forgot to mention the first part. The state responded saying, no, you don't deserve a Frank's, well, the prosecutor said, you don't deserve a Frank's hearing because your arguments are really stupid. And I think most of us agreed with that. But Nick is responding. This is the legal motion known as Na'ah. So this is Nick's Na'ah defense, that he does deserve a Frank's hearing. Let's have a look. The state has reasonably restated the two issues remaining before the court. With regards to the defendant's pending motion, the state's conclusion, however, is incorrect. Na'ah. The defendant has made a showing sufficient to warrant a Frank's hearing, and the defendant has shown that the seizure of firearms was unlawful. Well, actually, he didn't show that at all. In fact, they're quite the opposite. We'll do a new poll, but I encourage you to wait before you vote in it. And that is, do you think Nick deserves a Frank's hearing? So let's see. Does Nick... Shit, I can't spell tonight. Embarrassing. Deserve. There we go. Deserve a Frank's hearing. Oh my goodness. Yes, no, lol, learn to spell. And results. There we go. Oh my goodness. Divert. Why I say diverse? It's because I was editing Lords of the Ring videos, and there's so much diversity in those videos. That's all I can think of now. Send Loit. We'll do a Loit stream. There we go. There we go. All right. You guys can make fun of me in the chat if you want for that. I deserve it. But there is so much. You wait until you see it. If you've been watching my Lord of the Rings videos, wait until you see the diverse crack team with elves today. I'll talk about that maybe a bit towards the end. All right, the argument. The United States Constitution and the Minnesota Constitution guarantee defendants the right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. The court stands as a bulwark against the unfettered authority of the state's police powers. And while the state has correctly identified that rule, the presence of probable cause should be determined under a totality of the circumstances test. The state fails to recognize that under the totality of circumstances test, Detective Pomplom's narrative upon which the court is inadequate as Detective Pomplom's material misrepresentations and omissions render the warrant constitutionally deficient. Bulwark, yes. Bulwark. The fuck is a bulwark? The bull what? A bulwark is a shield. Okay, a bulwark is a shield. And I only know this because of the bulwark of Asimov, which is a very... You can shout nerd at me from behind your conspiracy screens if you want. If you know, you know. But a bulwark is a shield, okay? So there you go. It's not a Balldo, but Balldo walk is very funny. Oh my goodness. The bulwark of Asimov never dropped for me, by the way. So there you go. We did see a couple of warglaves in our time. Good times. Argument number A, or letter A, as the case may vary. Showing sufficient to invoke Franks regarding the law as suggested by the state would lead to a patently absurd result. Oh, yes, patently absurd. Oh, my goodness. It's Baldo Baggins and the desolation of Smug with this language. The state's tortured construction of the prevailing law would ensure that no defendant could ever succeed in challenging an affidavit. This notion by itself offends both the warrant clause and the due process clauses of the United States and the Minnesota constitutions. As is obvious from the substance of defendant's motion to suppress and dismiss, defendant is challenging the accuracy of material facts in a facially valid search warrant. Therefore, the district court is not confined to the four corners of the search warrant, and the court may look to intrinsic evidence. I almost thought this was lolcow, but it's Louis cow. Well, it's Louis ow, I guess. But you can't spell Louis sow without I cow, I guess. Despite being nearly 5 decades old, remains good law, and no subsequent decision of the Minnesota Supreme Court or the United States Supreme Court has degraded its authority. The rules articulated by the Minnesota Supreme Court are simple and finite, and include: a defendant in Minnesota has the right to challenge the truth and accuracy of allegations in a facially sufficient affidavit, which is used to obtain a search warrant. Such challenge should be made at the omnibus hearing, Rule 11, Rules of Criminal Procedure. The trial court should determine if the defendant had produced sufficient evidence to put in issue of truth and accuracy of allegations in the affidavit presented to the issuing magistrate. A defendant is entitled to some form of disclosure as provided herein. He makes a sufficient showing that such evidence is necessary to support his challenge to the issuance of the search warrant. And the trial court must rule on the validity of the search warrant, either on the basis of the evidence presently before it, or upon that evidence as such other evidence as it deems necessary to make its ruling. Clearly, this court can go outside the four corners of the warrant in its analysis of the sufficiency of a challenge to a warrant under Franks. The state citation in United States versus Matheson is misleading. Matheson applies federal common law to a federal criminal matter. Minnesota has never held that the only way to make the necessary showing for Frank's hearing is to produce an affidavit. Indeed, neither did Matheson itself in that case. The Eighth Circuit held that without an offer of proof in the form of a sworn affidavit of a witness or some other reliable corroboration is insufficient to make the difficult preliminary showing. So this is essentially the first argument. And it boils down to, well, if I can't challenge it, then nobody can. Now, that's not what this is. That's not what anyone's saying, really. Of course you can challenge a warrant. Of course you can get a Franks hearing. But the thing is that Nick hasn't presented enough information to really be owed one. Now, should he get one? Maybe. I mean, why not, right? They can do the Franks hearing and then he can get denied. He hasn't really made any sufficient argument, in my mind at least. I mean, you might have a different opinion, of course. But in my mind, I have not seen anything that is worthy of being granted this Franks hearing. But if he did, you know what? Give it to him. Why not? Why not? Let him bring his pixels and his watermarks and all his documents to court and see what happens. That's his strongest argument. We're going to go into the second strongest at the last point. I'm going to skip defendant's video and go next in a second. But first, Eva Blank, with member for 24 months. Holy shit, 2 years. Says, meme, you know what could prove it? That's true. You could prove it with a body cam footage if we had it. I assume in reference to whether the gun seizure was legal. And Fatty Caddy says, Nick R told me I could pork and hoof his wife. EOR. Who's EOR? EOR? Aaron? No, I don't know. Oh, Ethan Oliver Ralph. Ethan, of course. Ethan Oliver Ralph. Almost got it. There we go. Took me a second. All right, so we'll skip that. We'll come back to the video because I'm going to spend the most time on that. We'll go down to C. So this is his third argument. The determination of Kandiyohi County Health and Human Services is relevant and determinative. Once again, the state, while correctly stating the rules, has reached the wrong conclusion. Oh well, that's very smug thing to say. You had the right evidence, but you got the wrong answer, you dummies. Oh no, state, say it ain't so. The screening of the child maltreatment reports is controlled by an entirely different set of statutes, and the standards other than criminal offenses. The standards are much lower for screening child maltreatment reports. So this is in regards to Nick said there wasn't enough information basically to have a search warrant, and then the county health people came back and said, actually, you know, when it comes to children, we err on the side of caution. We're a bit more easy on these because, you know, the risk is much higher for, of course, children are some of the most vulnerable people in society. The state is suggesting that the failure to meet probable cause to satisfy the lower burden of proof for the clear and convincing standard has no impact on probable cause to satisfy a beyond a reasonable doubt standard. The requisite showing necessary to initiate a child protective matter, being much lower than necessary to secure a warrant, should have foreclosed that basis for Detective Pomplum, or deputy, I suppose. It's not actually detective. And isn't it? I thought it was detective. I thought it was Detective Pomplum as a deputy. And even if it didn't, he had a duty to tell Judge Fisher. That's the judge that Nick talked about a little bit and apparently cornered at an elevator. But now Nick is saying, that's not true. I never said that. I never cornered that woman in the elevator and gave her a piece of my mind because I couldn't beat her in court. It's not true. Anyway, he had a duty to tell Judge Fisher that the determination had already been made by County Health Services and the allegations had been found insufficient. Well, here's the thing with these allegations. You get one, you probably can laugh it off as like, oh, it's probably just trolls on the internet. I mean, he was getting doxxed and he was getting swatted and all these things are happening. It's not unreasonable to think that a certain number of reports coming in about Nick would have been incorrect. But the thing is, these things add up. And if you've got these reports of children being in danger from 4 different individuals, and then you get a report that this person is, well, they're a known gun owner because Nick has talked about his guns on the stream quite often. But then it comes forward that he's also an addict and he's got the coke, which is illegal in Minnesota to have the coke and the guns. Now, you can argue about the morality of that. I certainly have. Then they say, you know what? We've got all these child service things. We've got these, we know this guy's got guns and now he's got this coke. Well, you know, maybe we should just go check just to make sure the kids are, you know, that's how it works. It kind of adds on and on and on and on until it's the straw that breaks the camel's back. Let me see. His omission was misleading and material, as was his failure to inform Judge Fisher that Candy Ojai Health Services had determined that the incident or condition does not fit the definition of child abuse or neglect as defined by the Minnesota Statute, Chapter 260E. Okay. Although I will say that I think of these arguments, C has been the strongest so far. It doesn't convince me because I saw the stream, but and I've heard the stories, and I know about the SpaghettiOs, and I know about the Minnesota king bed that sleeps 4. And I know about all the swinging, and I know about all the coke being dropped on chairs next to children and things. Very dangerous. So it does not convince me, but I think as a legal argument, this is the strongest one thus far. In my opinion, as a non-practicing non-lawyer, just by the way. Let's see. D, the firearm seizure remains unlawful. Well, actually, I'm going to disagree with this. The state is overly reliant on the plain view exception. The defendant distinguished in his motion. The state, however, failed to address either the strong relationship between the seized and described items, standard, or the nexus between the items seized and criminal behavior. Standard raised in defendant's motion. As such, the court should consider any counter-argument waived and grant defendant's motion. This is the weakest argument. Holy shit. This one. This is that's a big red F on this one. Can I draw on this? Yeah, there we go. That's an F. That's an F on that argument, I'm afraid. That's a big fucking F on this one. So there is one way that this argument could actually have some water, and that is if they shed the body cam footage. But here's the deal. You had the coke. You had the guns. They're in the same rule. It's against the law. Now, again, I've said that I don't think this law is necessarily moral. And I think that all laws should be based in morality. But the fact of the matter is it is the law, and you did break the law, and they were in plain view, at least as far as we know, but we can't tell unless you show us the body cam. The body cam would actually show this immediately, because when the cops walk into the master bedroom with the big Minnesota king and the secret bathroom that leads to the chamber where they hide the chamber of secrets where they hide Sunny the dog, and she never sees any sunlight. If we saw that, maybe we could determine if the cops were rifling around looking for the guns. But the fact of the matter was that they found the guns under the bed or on the floor. And I believe there was actually a bolt lock in the AR style gun, which I think was one of 2 guns that was seized. There was like a handgun. Was it a Sig Sauer? something. I'm not a big gun guy. I don't really know all the gun names. And an AR. Maybe that's the same one. I don't know. But anyway, they found them there together, and it's fine. This is the weakest argument, and you have to be Barnes or someone to believe this argument. This one's just patently ridiculous, really. So very, very embarrassing on argument D. And okay, so we've got the conclusion next, but first we have to go back. We'll have to go back, and now we get to the really stupid part of this argument. Defendant's YouTube video. Buckle up, kids. This one's going to get very silly very quickly. What do we have here? Okay, there we go. Hashtag save Sunny. Yes, you can put hashtag save Sunny if you want to save Sunny, or SS for short, I suppose. You could do that. Also, be sure to like the video, as we're going to get into the British segment of the stream. How's it going, MLS? Hope you're having a good day out there in America. Are you in America? Yeah, pretty sure. Defendant's YouTube video, argument B. Hypothetically, the second strongest argument in this whole document. I guess it's only out of 3 arguments, though. But even if Matheson applied, in the instant case, the required corroboration is information readily discernible to the court, namely the altered video. Oh my goodness. An altered video? That sounds like some sort of conspiracy. Oh my god. Let me make this a little bit larger, I wonder. There we go. Is that better? That's probably a little bit better, right? A little bit more readable, chat. Ironically, it is the state that provided the court with the evidence necessary to corroborate defendant's assertions that Deputy Pomplum materially misled Judge Fisher, especially as the origin of the video Detective Pomplum reviewed. Oh my goodness. Are you guys ready for some irony? We're gonna have to leave this one. We're gonna have to come back to this one. Ironically. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ironically. Oh my goodness. I'm really looking forward to this one. The following is submitted in response to the state's assertion that defendants' exhibits are incomplete and create a misleading picture of the evidence provided. Ooh, wow. That actually really does sound like a conspiracy. On August 30th, 2024, the state uploaded an exhibit that purports to be the video that Deputy Pomplum watched prior to his warrant application. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look, shall we? This is the same video that the state produced in its initial disclosure and was referenced in Supplemental Report 8 of the case, and then they have the case number. So they have here, you can see here, Minnesota Digital Exhibit System, and we have Nick Rekieta's stream video recording. There you go, uploaded on August 30th. And we have the, I guess it's the statement of evidence, right? Digital evidence, digital audio recordings of interview with, I guess, Nick and Kayla in April. Digital audio recording of interview. Oh, this, I guess one would be Nick and one would be Kayla. Flash drive containing videos from Aaron Eamholt and the video from Nicholas Rekieta showing the white powdery substance. The full 4-hour video. I know this one's a little bit small, but we can't make it much larger. Details. Detective Quinn Pomplum. It was detective. Wait a second. It was detective. It was detective. Wait a second. As we know. Wait, hold on a second. Can I search this document right? Deputy? Where's deputy? I know they said deputy somewhere in this. Who was it? Did Nick refer to Detective Pomplum as deputy? Oh my goodness. That's a... Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness, Nick. You said that typos were important. Deputy Pomplum. That's another big... Oh, that's a T. Oh my goodness. I'm T-posing over here. There we go. Another found. Another mistake on this. See me after class. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I knew it. I was gaslighting my own mind. Ectubus says, for the 1080p fund, thank you very much. We can go back to 1080p anytime. I just put it down to 720 because there's a thunderstorm going on tonight. If you get Starlink, no, do you guys need this in full HD? I mean, do you actually want? If you want full HD, then type it in the chat so I know. You have to make your voice heard. But anyway, I knew it was Detective Pomplum. Detective Pomplum prepared a flash drive which contains 4 videos, 3 of which were from Aaron Eamholt's online streaming It's called The Toe Show Detective. Say his name. Oh my goodness. And the information that was referenced in my original search warrant of this investigation. Also, in it is the flash drive of Nicholas Rekieta's video where it shows him getting extremely intoxicated, as well as a short time after he returned from going to the bathroom. And he has a white powdery substance on his nose. That video was also referenced in the original search warrant of this investigation. That flash drive is in the Kandiyohi County Evidence System. Plasma 4K, 4K hairline. That's rude. How will the DA Ralph? Sorry, I thought DA. How will the Ralph mail sweep this? Well, Ralph will just wait until there's something. Like Ralph is an equal opportunity, I guess, vulture. I guess you could say. So whether Rekieta wins or loses, he can grift either way. It'll be fine. If Rekieta loses, then it'll be. How you like that now, Rekieta? How funny was that fart now, boy? I made you. And if Nick wins, and it's like, well, deal with it, Kiwi farmers. I knew my boy was going to be okay from the beginning. Law Rekieta. Like, don't make no mistake. Ralph will be fine either way. I mean, as fine as you can be living in a tin shed in Mexico, running from the law and with no money and a lot of loans. He's got some big loans to pay off. Let me say. Detective Pomblom, however, has two problems with Supplement 8 and his affidavit in support of his application for a warrant. Firstly, in his initial supplemental report, Deputy, driving me crazy. Pomblom identified, it says it right there in your own, it says it right there, Nick. How could you do this? Deputy or Detective Pomblom identifies his digital evidence as including PowerPoint video. Oh my goodness, the PP is coming out tonight. Clip from Nicholas Rekieta's online podcast, which shows white powdery substance on his nose, and also a screenshot from Nicholas Rekieta's podcast, which shows the white powdery substance on his nose. Both the PowerPoint video and the screenshot referenced were provided in the state's initial disclosure. This is a screenshot taken from the PowerPoint video. All right, there we have it. This is, I'm going to have to, I guess, zoom in and enhance, because there's some important details here. There are some important details here. I'll just use paint because I don't want to ruin what I've got set up otherwise. All right, here we go. Let's do it like this. All right. So first of all, this is a very funny frame. This is a very funny frame to include in the in your legal motion. The lawyer is peeing. Show will resume shortly. You might be asking why they selected this frame. It's because every other frame in the video looks like this. This is a random frame that I decided to look for. Okay. I'm just like, all right, I'll just click anywhere. And this was the random frame that I found. So that's the first answer. That's why they've got this one. It's the only frame that doesn't look like that. I know it's a very unfortunate pause, but the problem is they're all unfortunate pauses. There's no good frame in this video except for the lawyer is peeing. Show will resume shortly. Now, what can we notice from this chat? There are some very interesting details. First of all, allow me to draw your attention. Allow me to draw your attention to the time down in the bottom. Wait a second. That's a little bit weird. Because when I read Nick's documents, when I heard Nick's arguments, he said it was a clip. It's just a clip channel. You download a clip and there's a watermark and there's a they can edit things out of context and they can rearrange the video. They can do all kinds of shit. I know that because I'm doing that right now with Rings of Power to make some funny scenes up. But you know what that timestamp says? Wait a second. Enhance there. Enhance. Show me sector 4. Wait a second. This video on Cog's channel is 4 hours, 4 minutes, and 4 seconds long. That's not a clip. And this is Cog's channel, by the way, backwards into internet. That's not a clip. He uploaded the entire stream. But well, how can I verify that the entire stream was 4 hours, 4 minutes, and 4 seconds exactly? Because it's still up on Nick's channel. I had to find the exact same timestamp as well. So Nick's channel in his Odyssey account, he removed it from his YouTube and his Rumble, but it's still on his Odyssey. And if we look at the timestamps, 4 hours, 4 minutes, and 4 seconds. They are exactly, this is not a clip. This is not a clip. This is the entire stream. Cog re-uploaded the entire stream. Who's Cog? He's a limey guy that lives. He lives in his friend's Dan house. He went to Portugal a bit at Ralph. You probably know him from that. It's Cog life, in it, boys. That's the first thing that we notice. Wait a second. This you said this was taken out of context. It's just a clip. No, it's the whole video. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Second of all, what can we see here? Because when I listened, like I said, I listened to Rekieta's arguments about this, and he said, well, or at least his lawyer, the document said that, there was a watermark. Really, really. So when I thought of watermark, I thought there'd be like a big, like, Cog's life. Like a big, Cog backwards internet song. I thought it'd be something like that, but it's actually, I can't see any watermark. It's funny because when I go to Cog's channel and I look at this, I don't see any watermarks. So what is Nick talking about? Where is the watermark? The only watermark that we can detect is up here, here, and down here. Those are not watermarks that are embedded in the video. These are YouTube overlays. They don't actually affect the video at all. Now, my understanding of the chain of events is that Cog usually uploads these videos like this with you've got the channel logo and you've got the name of the video. That's like every YouTube video is basically like that. Basically every YouTuber did it. But after the fact, Cog has now removed those, so we don't see it in the bottom corner. And you can set this to be showing up the entire time of the video, the first 10 seconds, the last 10 seconds, and you don't even see it up here either. So they're clearly not in the video. And if they're not embedded in the video, if they're not a part of the actual pixels, it means it hasn't been edited. And that's not even bringing the point up that the coke happened here. The nose happened here, okay? Nowhere near where these watermarks would be. So it's a completely non-issue. But I didn't even think to check for this when this first came out, because I just kind of assumed when I heard watermark, it was like one of those big watermarks. Like if you go to like Explore With Us, Uwu Crew, they've got that big Uwu in the middle of the screen, so you can't people can't download their videos and re-upload them anywhere else. That's what we saw when we did the Chris Chan video. But he's actually arguing that the name of the video and the channel icon down the bottom are interfering with the officer's ability to verify what is happening on the stream. Utterly, patently absurd. This is the raving of a lunatic. And you think this is bad? You think this is bad? Look at this. If we actually scroll down, look at this. So first, Nick's argument essentially is the clip embedded in the PowerPoint presentation did not come from the defendant's YouTube channel. Now that is true. This video here is not from Nick's channel. That's not really material, I would say, because the detective could have watched the stream live, which I think he claims that he did, and then he looked for a secondary copy after Nick removed the first one, not knowing about his Rumble channel or his Odyssey channel. But then if it says here, as evident from the screenshot taken at the elapsed time in the video that is uploaded on the 30th, they have a secondary picture. The two videos are clearly different because they downloaded the video and the watermark that he claims is interfering with the officer's ability to verify whether he was doing coke or not does not show up on the actual video. There is no watermark. He completely lied about that. That's because, and I know some people in chat probably won't understand this because if you don't do YouTube videos, you probably don't have any experience with this. When you download a video, these watermarks, like the name of the video and the channel logo thing, they don't show up at all because they're not a part of the video. They're just like a little, they're a little overlay that YouTube puts it on it while you're watching in the YouTube player. So Nick's own lawyer disproved his primary argument that it's an edited video because the video that they have clearly shows that it's not there. So what the fuck is he talking about? This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, I started to think about this a little bit. And said, okay. So sometimes when you download videos, it does change the way that they appear. If you open them in different, different bit rates, different containers, there's all sorts of things that can change the appearance of a video. Just reducing the quality, say from like 4K to 720p or something, can, pinch the pixels and maybe you'll see something strange, like they said in the Rittenhouse case, even though I don't necessarily buy that argument. So I decided to go to Cog's channel, which we have here. We have this beautiful frame open. So this is 3 hours, 46 minutes, and 7 seconds into the video. On Cog's channel, you can see right there, this is Cog's channel 3 months ago, 6,000 views. And this was, I guess this was uploaded on May 22nd. So the day of, basically the day of, or the day after. And now we can compare this. We can compare these two videos. Same timestamp, same exact frame, same exact video. And I'm asking you, spot the difference. Okay, corporate needs you to determine the difference between these two pictures. Okay, corporate needs you to verify it's the same fucking picture. Like unironically, these are exactly the same. I thought there might be some different color grading. I thought there might be some different, some compression artifacts, things like that. It's exactly the same. But the funny thing is, that's not enough. That's not enough because I've got Exhibit A over here. That's Cog's video. And Exhibit B, this is Nick's video. And I said, well, you know what? Actually, on Exhibit B does look like it's a little bit lighter. That's a bit strange. Maybe the color is a little bit off on Odyssey. But that's actually an optical illusion. That's actually an optical illusion because the border of Odyssey is lighter. So it affects the way that your mind perceives this picture. And to prove that is the case, I took a square. You can see these two squares. I took them from Nick's skull over here. And I decided to compare the actual pixels and see if there was a noticeable, tangible, or any difference in the color grading and shades. And if we zoom in, Exhibit A and B, zoom all the way in, you cannot see any physical difference. Look at, these are the fucking pixels. We can't make anything smaller than this, okay? This is as small as it possibly goes, okay? There is no fucking difference in the color between these two. This is where the color changes. There is no difference in the color grading. Autism for sure. It is. I mean, I don't know what you were hoping for, but that's what we got. It's exactly, it's actually astounding. Cog's video is so high fidelity. There is no discernible difference that I can find. And I've been pixel peeping this for the last hour looking for differences. It's exactly, oh, you know what? You don't believe me yet? You don't believe me yet? Well, let's take a look at this. See, this isn't just the two videos side by side. I decided to cut this video out, lay it over the top, and if we go to, oh shit, what happened to my my layers? Oh my goodness, they disappeared when I moved Photoshop over. Where'd they go? Where's my layers? Oh, here they are. I found them. All right, there's my layers. Look at this. I've got two layers stacked over each other with two different opacities. Let's turn the opacity up. Zoom in. Opacity to 100. Opacity to 0. There's no fucking difference. Now, one of the videos is a little bit, the shape is a little bit smaller, so they don't quite match up like that. But if you actually do match them up, there is no difference. I just haven't aligned them correctly. There's no fucking difference. You can't see any difference whatsoever. Look at this shit. There's nothing they're exactly the same. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So that brings us back. That brings us back to Nick's document. Okay. The two videos are clearly different, with another creator putting his or her stamp on the video. That's not YouTube does that, not the creator, but okay. Upon which Detective Pomplum and by extension Judge Fisher relied. Now, interestingly, if we go back to another one of Nick's documents, I believe this was his motion to suppress evidence. Now, let me see if I can find the right picture, the right article actually. Just a second. Not that one. I think it's this one. Okay, so this is from Nick's motion to suppress on the well, this is the one he responded to the government. He says, applicant stated on the 5th, oh sorry, this is American, I forgot that it's American people, so it's May 22nd. May 22nd, Imholt did a video blog where he talked about Nicholas and insinuated controlled substance use, and also referenced a video blog that Nicholas put online on the 21st. He had since taken off the internet. Aaron clearly states, starting at 55 minutes and 22 seconds in the video blog. So this woman who clips a bunch of shit from my show, from Nick's show, DM'd me this. It was Nick telling a disjointed, drunken story from his stream. Here's the clip that got me riled up. The accompanying clip that Emolt plays in the video blog is 1 minute and 11 seconds long. Applicant states that the defendant's video blog is 4 hours, 4 minutes long. Well, there's 4 seconds as well. Applicant therefore knew that the video presented by Imholt in this video blog is an altered rendition of Rekieta's video and cannot be authenticated. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Because COG uploaded the entire 4 hours, 4 minutes, and 4 seconds, and Nick has the whole 4 hours, 4 minutes, and 4 seconds, what you can do is download both of these videos. You can overlap them in your chosen video player. You can set the opacity of both videos to 50% and overlap the audio lines correctly. And you can actually verify in real time whether any tangible or any significant or any difference at all actually happens. So when it says in Nick's document that the video cannot be authenticated, it actually can be authenticated. I've just authenticated it right now. But if the state wanted to authenticate it, it would take them exactly 4 hours, 4 minutes, and 4 seconds to do so, because they would just need to overlap the two videos and then just play through it once. Although they wouldn't need to do that, because the only relevant part of the clip is the 1 minute when Nick comes back from the bathroom and he's got the Coke on his nose. Quite ridiculous. So these statements that Nick's making, not only are they retarded, they're just flat out wrong. I mean, I think we knew this before, but I don't think there's any other argument for it now. It's just completely misrepresentation of the truth. It's insane. It's funny too, because I didn't even think to check, because I just assumed that when Nick said there was a watermark on this video, there would be a big fucking watermark that said, "Subscribe to COG. I'm the best YouTuber, ain't I?" That's what I was expecting, but there's just nothing there. So, rare COG W, perhaps? I don't know. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. I assumed it would be a clip. I didn't realize it was the whole full hours. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Jeremy Day with the $10 redo says, look at the video titles. They did come from different YouTube channels, and that is the basis of Nick's argument. The detective also said he was able to view the original video. It's a technicality. Well, absolutely. I'm not arguing that this screenshot is not from COG's channel. The argument is that because it is not from Nick's channel, it's impossible to authenticate it, which is just completely false. And furthermore, I'm pretty sure the detective did say that he watched the original stream, and this is just a copy of it anyway. But I think you and I both understand this. But thank you for sending in the support. It is just funny though that Nick's own lawyer felt it himself by proving that the Nick Rekieta pill stream archive on the 20th of the 5th has no fucking watermarks in it, even though that's the crux of his argument essentially. Holy shit! Excumer says, if only it was in 1080p so we could see properly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Do people actually want the 1080p streams? I guess we can make it happen. I can't change it during the stream though. I can change it anytime after the stream. And Baruberries, member for 30 months, says, watch out. You're going to get called as an expert witness. I'm not done. I'm not done. There's a bit more to come. There's a bit more to come in it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So these two videos are clearly different, with another creator putting his or her stamp on the video, upon which Deputy Pomplon and by extension Judge Fisher relied as the primary basis for deputy detective shit. Pomplon's declaration the defendant was actively using cocaine was a white powdery substance on the defendant's nose. Detective, I'm going to say detective from now on, Pomplon had a duty to inform Judge Fisher that he had watched the video with another creator's imprint overlaid. It doesn't make any fucking difference. Even if we assume the argument that there is these two watermarks, that does not happen. Oops, that's the wrong. Don't need these Anna Kasparian pictures anymore. The watermark only occur, like the YouTube overlay, it's not even a watermark because it's not baked into the video. It's just like like when you download a YouTube video, don't download the ads, right? Because they're not part of the video. They're just an overlay YouTube puts over. The same with the video title and the thing. But the only part of the screen that's relevant to this discussion is this part, the part where you can see his face. Nick's face, like it's not like this one where he's like can't keep his seat still or whatever. This is the spooky Rekieta that'll haunt you if you don't like the stream, by the way. It's just the middle, which has nothing. There is nothing to this argument. All right. Going back down to where we were. And also, Rekietalaw with $2 says Detective Copium, or should I say deputy? You can call me deputy, I suppose. Oh, dear. All right, we're going to get there's a little bit more autism to come, by the way. It's not as entertaining as that part, but it's still pretty funny, I think. So. Deputy Pomplum, sorry, Detective, I should say his name correctly. Detective Pomplum's declaration that defendant was actively using cocaine was a white powdery substance on defendant's nose. Deputy, gee, this drives me crazy. Pomplum had a duty to inform Judge Fisher that he had watched the video with another creator's imprint overlaid. I don't see why. And not defendant's actual video, especially as the existence of any alleged substance is questionable. Detective Pomplum's failure to do so, leaving Judge Fisher with the impression that he had watched defendant's unaltered video, is a material misrepresentation. The state, however, has a second problem. Oh my goodness. State. Second problem. Even though we got to give this a rating. How would you guys rate the first argument, that the watermark argument? What would you say? What would you guys say? We'll let the chat give a second. What do you guys rate this from? In grounds? No, it has to be an A to an F. I think we all know it's a big fat F. Minus 100. There we go. Minus 100. You can't quite do it. This is a see me after class for sure. It's an IGN 8. That's true. And also FMM 0.20 gifted 5 Copium memberships. Hey, you know what? If we reach, how many likes we got on the stream? If we reach 500 likes, I think I can give away some more. Memberships. Wait, membership gifting. Yep. I can gift 5 memberships for free if we can get the likes over 500. Let me know in the chat if we reach that. If we reach the goal, can we hit it, chat? Can we hit the goal? All right. The state's second problem. Wait until you see this. The metadata. Oh my goodness. The metadata on the video in the state's initial disclosure shows that the state hadn't downloaded the defendant's original video. And the video they downloaded after the warrant, am I missing? There we go. There was a thing was hiding it. And the video they did download after the warrant had been requested and issued is not the defendant's original video. That's true. SoCo Chris is still #1 member. Love you, bud. How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. All right. So we have to, what is this? Oh my goodness. What is this? Bring this into the crime lab. We got to enhance this for the chat. This is their second argument. Let's have a look at this. The metadata. Can you see that well enough, chat? Look at that. What are you looking for? What the fuck is this? Nick Rekieta's pill stream archive, the May 20th, 2024. So we have the, it's just a file. It's just a file thing, right? And it's the details. What's important about this? What could be important about this? Oh my God. Let's have a look. Created. Oh my goodness. Created on Friday, May 24th. That's days after the thing. Modified. Oh my goodness. Accessed. Oh my goodness. These are all on Friday. This is well after the stream was happened. This was after the stream was this is after the this is after the warrant was issued. This is illegal. How could they just downloaded it later? They went back and got the well, actually, that's not quite the case. Now, this may be the actual date they created the video. It's not really important, but it's funny because I have a document on my computer. Let me see. Where is it? It's this picture. Some people may remember it. Every time I see this, I giggle. You'd be asking yourself, what is this? What is this, Josh? This is from an article that we read, I think, last December. And it was a story about how scientists were making virtual reality goggles for mice. And instead of sending the mice to like a beach in the Caribbean or something, something nice like that, the scientists were using this to stimulate they were putting mice into the matrix and making them get attacked by owls all day, every day. So they just had like a battery of screaming rats that were just all day. They would just say, oh, wow, we're going to find some cheese today. Are we going to be in a maze today? Ah, it's a fucking owl. So they were literally just torturing these mice, these poor mice with virtual reality owls all day, every day. And this is the horror of modern society. But anyway, why am I showing you this, this image? Well, let's have a look. What's this? So this is called owl copy. Owl copy. All right, we're going to screenshot that and make it larger for you. Screenshot this. All right, there we go. There we go. So you can see here, it's called Owl's Copy, and it's on my D drive. And you can see that it was, so actually I copied it and sent it to my, I sent it from one drive to another to demonstrate this. So it was first created in December. That's when I saved it. That's when we read the article. You can see there, okay? On Saturday, December 23rd, 2023. So almost a year ago. And I made the copy today. That's why it says created on Tuesday, September 10th. And it was accessed today, 20 minutes ago. There you go. That's when I opened it up to get ready for the stream. So this is comparable to what they're showing in the state's document that we can see. We can see that these all line up. Friday, May 24th, Friday, May 24th, Friday, May 24th. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem, chat. If I go into my documents folder and I edit, or if let's say I open this up in Paint, and then I save a copy of it. So I don't want you to see my computer, but I'll save a copy of it. I'll save it as owl copy 3, shall I? On my D drive. There we go. Yep. Okay. So I saved it, and now we have owl copy 3. Owl copy 3. Oops, that's not the right one. That's my connection thing. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, chat. Uh-oh, chat. What do we got here? Zoom and enhance. Zoom and enhance this one. Wait, shit. I need to... This one. All right. So now we have owl copy 3. What's this? The metadata changed. Oh my goodness, chat. It says Tuesday, September 10th. Tuesday, September 10th. Tuesday, September 10th. Is it possible that the documents that is being relied on in Nick's argument could just be when the police decided to make a copy of the document and upload it to the drive? This is how easy it is to like. You can just do this by mistake. You can change the metadata, but this is his argument. Look, the metadata created, modified, accessed. It's been edited. When I just did it there, it took me 1 second. And you can just do it like when you make a copy and you place it somewhere on your other computer, or you upload it to a Minnesota Drive or something. You can just change it. It's 144p for you. This is his argument that the document's file name says that it's on a day after his thing. This document, this picture, this owl picture, I saved a year ago, but now it reads today. How could this be possible? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, it's the man himself. Backwards Internet says, I hear Nick is angry with my channel. Well, the funny thing is, Cog, that by uploading the entire 4 hours, 4 minutes, and 4 seconds, because we can verify it with Nick's 4 hours, 4 minutes, and 4 seconds, it completely disproves any argument that he's made. And could you clarify for me? Was the like the Cog or the Backwards Internet logo, was it there in the bottom before, but you turned it off to prove that Nick was lying about those being permanent and baked into the video? Because that is basically the crux of his entire argument there. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Alrighty. All right. What do we got? We got some things to go through. Gifted 5. Oh, wait. New member. Oh, well, I guess he's already a member. Iron Rabbit with 15 months says, hit the like for these enjoyable streams. And Batman's Pet Goldfish with 5 says, Your Honor, this is clearly not the original because I'm hiding the original. Not a good argument, but he's not even hiding it. Not even hiding it at all. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But thank you for those donations. Did we hit the goal of 500 likes? If we hit the goal. No, we still need 130 likes. If we get 130 likes, I'll give 5 memberships to the chat. So how would we rate this one, chat? It's just completely. It's an F. It's a big fucking F. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is what he thinks is his strongest argument, that there is, it's so, oh my goodness. You can't even make this shit up. That he says that the watermark is on the video, but then he posts a clip from the document that was uploaded and there's no watermark on it. Absolutely real retard hours. What else can you say? You rat, Xcomer. I'd rate it a 720p. Oh, is that the case? Wait, sorry. Wait, hold on. Where's the thing? Shit, there it is. Are you aware that FMM2 is Sean's missus? No, I was not aware about that. But if that is the case, if that is Mrs. Sean, who is a very nice lady, you better be careful. Anna Kasparian's coming for your man. She's a big Potentially Sean fan, and she's coming for him. You better be. I mean, just watch out for your man. She's coming. She's coming for him. She's coming for him. Be careful. Be careful out there. All right. So we've looked through Nick's document. And we come to the conclusion. Part 3. It defies common sense that the court can make a practical common sense distinction given all the circumstances set forth in the affidavit before him or her, including the veracity and basic knowledge of a person's supplying hearsay information. Probable cause exists to issue a warrant, yet cannot use that same test to look at the information the defendant supplies on a motion to suppress when the information itself comes from that which was disclosed by the state in discovery. The defendant has clearly satisfied the showing necessary to warrant an evidentiary hearing pursuant to Franks. The defendant, pursuant to the state's suggestion, does wish to turn this into a general probable cause dismissal. We therefore join the state's suggestion that an additional briefing schedule be set by the court. Due to the numerous inconsistencies in Detective Pomplum's probable... He said it right. Wait, he did it again. Look, he got it right this time. Oh my goodness. Extra credit. This is when the teacher is like desperately looking for something to give the student in class. He finally said Detective Pomplum. He's been saying deputy. Look. Oh my goodness. Deputy. He said it wrong the entire time. Oh my goodness. He got 1 point on this. Holy shit. Due to the numerous inconsistencies of Detective Pomplum's name, due to the numerous inconsistencies in Detective Pomplum's probable cause affidavit, it is unlikely that the Detective Pomplum could have seen or detected what he states. Again, we'll have to have a look. Spot the difference, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is my client. I want you to spot the difference. This is Exhibit A, Cog's video. Exhibit B, my own video. The state needs you to corporate needs you to tell which of these images is different. It's the same fucking picture. Again, this is so funny because I just decided to pick a random frame and it just happened to be one. But like the problem is that basically every frame is bad. Let's take another few plans. Like they're all like coked out. Except, all right, you know what, I lied. There is actually a good frame in here. The one where you can see the chair and his background. That's the only good frame. Every other frame is completely unhinged. Or completely nosed. Oh my goodness. There's some good Nick faces in this thing. Holy shit. Where's the best one? We've got to find the best one, chat. You know the one I'm talking about. Is it? It's near the end, right? It's like, is it this one here? No. Where's the finger? I'm looking for the finger. You know what I'm talking. It's got to be here. It's got to be here, I think. Your Honor, just watch the video. You can prove that Cog altered this video. The whole 4 hours of it. Oh my goodness. Actual goblin hours over here. Anyway, sorry. I'm getting distracted. It was a good stream. Like, it's a great stream. Very entertaining. For the wrong reasons. Oh my goodness. Let me see. It is unlikely that Detective Pomplum could have detected what he states. No, actually, it's pretty possible that he detected it, since they also detected it in your house and in your children. His integrity as a police officer is in question at this point. Accordingly, The court should schedule an evidentiary hearing pursuant to Franks and grant all the relief sought in the defendant's motion. Look, the only relief that Rekieta is seeking for is under the table. I think we all know that. Holy shit. And there you have it. There you have it. Not a great document. Not a great document at all. But I guess it's the best that he could do. And why can't I zoom in now? Go to 200. There we go. Go to there we go. 200. Can I let me see. Here we go. See me after class. Oh, it's kind of, there we go. Big F, and oh, we got to put in one of these. There we go. Apply yourself. Oh my goodness, apply yourself. Oh, every time I come up with an actual thing, it gets cut. There we go. This is harder to write with this thing. There we go. There we go. See me after class. Apply yourself. Oh my goodness, what a disaster! What a fucking disaster. Oh boy. Oh boy. Could have tried harder, I suppose. What is this? What is this I've got on my ways? Yeah, well, I'll open this up. There we go. They're the same picture, Your Honor. They're the same picture. It is actually shocking. It is actually shocking how similar these two things are. Like, I was actually pixel peeping. I was pixel peeping for the longest time, and I could not find a difference. It's actually quite, I guess, very interesting how good quality we've got on downloading videos these days. But yeah, it's the same. No difference. Oh dear. Where were we? That's the bulk of the evidence for this stream. That is, oh shit, that's scary. It's kind of hypnotic though. It's kind of hypnotic. Look at that. Spooky Rekieta demons. But we'll leave it up on this one. We can't tell in 720p. You guys are getting, oh my goodness. Fatty Caddy with a $2 says, did Kayla prefer Aaron's mitts or Ralph's hooves? That's a good question. Do you think Ralph had a taste? Do you think he's the fourth member of the squad now? Kind of. Oh, there's no ceiling cats today? Oh shit, I forgot to turn on my ceiling cats. Where are they? Where's the overlay? Oh my goodness, there we go. Sorry, chat. I know you guys missed them. There we go. Myopia of Mycopia. Yep. It's Cova. Can't you stream in 8K, you scumbag? Oh my goodness. Wiggle. Yeah, all the streams, chats are super. All the chats are tax-free. We all know that. We just need. You still have time, chat. If you can get 80 more likes in the stream, I'll give you out 5 free gifts. How about that? Otherwise, we'll have to wait until Friday, perhaps. All right, let's see. Let's go through these. Let's go through these chats. I mean, I went through the super chats. I'm just looking through the regular chats now. I'm trying to pay attention to the audience as well. So for future updates on this case, there probably won't be that much until October. I suppose there could always be something next week. But Nick is taking the smartest and most boring strategy of just doing nothing, which honestly is in his best interests. It's very dull for us. But, I mean, it is what it is. Oh, I'm going to match. Oh, Cindy gifted 5 memberships. I'm going to match her. Look at this. I'm so generous. Gift 5 members right now. Look at that. There you go. Looking for any excuse. Thank you very much, Cindy Collin. Of course, after the stream, I will upload a new link to the private Discord. You can access it. It's for members only. You only have to be a member once, though. You don't have to stay a member just to get in there. It just keeps out the riffraff a little bit. But thank you very much, Cindy, for that very generous stream today. I believe that Sean is also doing a stream in about 45 minutes, where I think he's probably going to be talking more about Anna Kasparian. He was doing a premiere. Let me see. Is he actually? Where? Let me see. Legally, where's legally Sean? No, sorry, potentially Sean. Let's take a look. If we go to Sean's channel. There we go. Yes, Anna Kasparian loves the Balldo-Law. Coming up premiere in 45 minutes on Sean's channel. Oh my goodness. What a fun day it's been today. I've been so busy. How have you been, chat? How have you been? Well, I guess we never talk anymore. Been so busy. I've been editing Rings of Power videos. It's bad over there, by the way. Let me show you a taste. Let me show you a taste of Rings of Power. Here we go. So when you heard of Rings of Power, did you think they would ever be shipping Tom Bombadil and Gandalf? Because they are. Just check this out.
Done such as I can with your filthy robe.
I thought I heard a woman singing. Woman? Is no one else here with you?
You're here?
I was never meant to find a staff under these stars. I was meant to find you.
That video will be out tomorrow. The full episode 4 review video will be done tomorrow. It'll be like, what day is it tomorrow? The 11th? It's going to be a September 11th to remember with the 4th episode of my Rings of Power. Don't worry, chat. I actually did edit. I edited that to make it seem different. I actually did do that. I was being having a bit of a giggle, but it is pretty strange. It is pretty strange in the Rings of Power. I'm having a lot of fun. Oh. No, but it's a weird one. This episode, it's taken a while to edit it, but it's so shameless. They have Tom Bombadil and the Barrow Downs in the same episode. The elves just like find the Barrow Downs. It's completely ridiculous. Do you think Anna Kasparian subscribed to me? I don't think so. She may have seen me on Sean's channel, but she said she didn't subscribe to any of the channels. She may have seen a clip or something. Who could say? It is pretty funny, but you never know who's watching, right? Sometimes they'll be having a bit of a giggle, and I'll be saying some things, and then someone shows up in chat, and I'm like, "Ooh, that's funny, that's funny." FFM 2.0, so I guess it is. Says it's just a clip of him responding to the Anna thing, but he will be on at 5:30, I guess, Ohio time for this, and then the debate later. He should be in chat here soon. Well, the stream's kind of coming to a close. There's not that much more to talk about. I don't want to go on for too much. At some point, I do have to go on about. I have to watch the Butter Dishes review. I promised that to the chat, but maybe we'll leave it for another night. So I guess it is. I guess it is Mrs. Martin. How's it going? Sean is in the Steel Toe chat. Oh no, is Sean gone over to the Toe Bros? Oh no, it's all over. It's another win for the Toe. It's another fucking win for the Toe. How can he keep getting away with it, chat?
You can't keep getting away with it! He can't keep getting away with it! He won't.
I get so I was saying that there'll be some additional Nick streams when stuff happens, but if nothing's happening, then I don't want to just talk about nothing for a long time. But I would expect that there'll be something before October 5th. I think that's when they have to do something, but there could be anything within any days. What's kind of curious to me is whatever happened to Minnesota Public Records. It seems like they had a bunch of documents, but they're not getting any more documents, and it's very disappointing. They've stopped uploading things, but I guess Nick stopped streaming as well. Actually, when was the last Rekieta stream? That's kind of an interesting question. I'm kind of curious. Let me see. Rekieta. Law Rekieta. I made you. There it is. Let's see. His last stream was 12 days ago. Oh my goodness. That's so long ago. That's like forever in YouTube terms. Shit. It was 12 days. 12 days ago. I'm a day ahead though, so maybe that's how it counts. All right then. Of course. Oh yeah, I guess we got to do something for October, right? Minnesota Records got caught in the public library. Nah, I think they're probably just some clerk that was that's my theory. There was some clerk that thought it was a bit of fun, didn't like Rekieta very much, and decided to share some extra documents. And now they've disappeared. It's unlikely that we'll get more documents from them, but you never know. They might have something more posted. So I would expect maybe something else to be, maybe not from Minnesota Public Records, but maybe something will come up in the next week or two. But other than that, we'll probably be looking until more October, and probably late October is when we're going to see a lot of more content. So it might be a little bit of a hiatus on those things for a while. But I think I'm going to go back to editing my videos because did you know? There's another fun fact. I've got a lot. If you go over to my Twitter, actually, I'm posting a lot of Rings of Power content. But here, I'll leave you with one more clip. One more clip. There you go. Did you know? Another Rings of Power fact. Do you know that Americans are canon in Rings of Power now? Check this out. I was muted. Oh, look. Americans are canon in Rings of Power now.
It's the double chunk chocolate cookie. That's a boom.
If you want to see that episode, that's episode 3. That's episode 3. I'll give you a link to that. And then I'll go back to the editing minds. I was muted, I know. It's the Balldo of Power. Balldo of Power, Desolation of Smug. Yeah, it's happening. Yeah, here we go. Episode 3. We got episode 3 and episode 4 will be posted tomorrow. So why don't you go watch this? They got this is a fucking crazy episode. In episode 3, a horse literally saves Isildur, the king of Gondor, and the man that refuses to destroy the ring. He gets abandoned by his family and he gets captured by Shelob, but Isildur's horse tracks him down across all of Mordor, kills 2 orcs, then finds Shelob's lair and saves Isildur. That's just the beginning of the episode. Then you've got the loving orcs. They just want to grill, for God's sake. They don't want to go to war. And it only gets worse from there. I'll put that in the chat. There you go. It's right there. There you go. That's the link to the video from me. And I guess, like I said, it'll be a bit of a shorter stream, but I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back probably tomorrow. If you have any topics you want me to cover or have a look at, you can, of course, suggest them in the chat, the comments, Twitter, or email, or on Discord. I'll go post a new invite link for the Discord right now. Once I read this chat, Better Call Thrall, or Thal. I guess it's Better Call Thal. I thought it was Thrall. Better Call Thal for $10 says, "Great show, bro. I clipped it, and I'll make sure Sitch and Aaron get to see it. Mainly because Sitch hates being called Stitch. Why does he call himself Stitch then? So that will be fun to hear him cringe. Lol. Good job. That's a good idea. And for the rest of you, we'll see you next time. Peace, chat, and stay safe out there."